Okay, walking on the Upper West Side. Where am I at? Right now I'm in Amsterdam and 79th Street. The folks I know around here, it's up on around 93rd Street. I'm gonna see if anybody's out there because I had to stop in this area for a while. Usually I would, what is this? It's like 79, let's say 80, 93rd. That's like, what, 24 blocks or something like that. Usually I would just take the bus up, but I'm going to turn on Amsterdam because I find Amsterdam is a little bit more exciting than Broadway. I got to go to, well, I don't have to go, but the people I know, they would most likely be on Broadway. We'll see if any of them out there. But anyway, the reason I'm walking is, earlier today I was at my the sleep clinic for like sleep apnea, and I'm 254, 250. You know, last week I was someplace else. Weighed like it said. That's the first time it said 260. So 254, 255. But anyway, I need to get. My ideal weight would be between 235 and 240. That would, I'm not going to see like 185. No, that's not going to happen. But between 235 and 240, that would be ideal. So that's why I'm going to walk up as opposed to hopping on the bus for these 20 blocks. So I have to do things a little at a time in increments. Like you do like crash, diet, crash, exercise, stuff like that. You kind of crash out and don't maintain it. So what I'll do here is I'll light up portions of meals. People are outside eating and stuff like this. It's a nice day, like 70-something degrees. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Lighter portions, more walking as opposed to public transport. Good thing I don't have a car right now. Because then, with a car, it's kind of inconvenience to have a car anyway. But with a car, you tend to want to drive more places. But I'm going to do a little bit more walking. I go to the rec. I was at the rec center today. They have a city rec center. Oh, there's a public library here? I didn't even notice. That's why it's good to walk sometime as opposed to being on the subway. Public library. Where am I at? 81st. Okay, 81st in Amsterdam. I didn't even know it was a public library either. 81st in Amsterdam. Yeah, I make a mental note of that, just in case. I used to use the library a lot more, utilize the library a lot more before I had home internet. I would go to different libraries. But anyway, it was better because, I got out more. Now, with the internet right in the apartment, I mostly do everything in there. And even with borrowing books, just thinking about how the world has changed. Borrowing books before, you just have to go to the library and see what books they have, right? Now it's not like that. You can look online and see what books they have, and then a lot of books you can even download it. Like a Kindle. They'll put it on your Kindle. Yeah. So, in a way, that's good, but in a way, it's less moving around. So, getting back to my original subject, diet, exercise, losing weight. When you need to. I remember before, man, a long time ago. Oh, if I'm gonna turn around and look at this girl here, I have to turn around. You see? That's where I turned around. So. So I remember before I I was like 6'2", 6'1", and I was like 155. This is like, now I was like 15 years old. Now, man, unless I'm really sick, I'll never see that weight again. I'll never see probably 185 again unless I'm sick or something. So it's just how your body just changed. And back then, I used to drink, you know, because I wanted to get buff. So I would drink like a lot of milk. Sometimes I would put raw eggs in the milk and stuff like that, be working out. Now I just exercise, whatever, just to maintain some type of condition. But before, you know, eating like that, eating a lot, it took like 4 years to get to like 195. You know, if I ate like that today, I would be 350 soon. So it's just something how your body changes and you have to adapt to the change. So my strategy is 2 meals a day instead of 3. I mean, I can eat 2 meals a day. And if I have, let's say, if I'm going to go to the rec center and I need something on my stomach, I will eat like something like, not a full meal, not a full breakfast if I'm going in the morning. Then I'll do it like that, and I'll just increase the activity. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. Lighter meals and increase the activity and more cardio. There's a track where I live. I'll utilize that more. I'll use the at the rec center, what you call that? Ellipsis, whatever that is. For some reason, I don't like running on the treadmill, even though running on a treadmill was good for me, even not that much. Oh, but I gotta turn around and look at another woman. Yep. And, you know, I gotta check out the sights while I'm out. Even women too. You gotta stay focused on your goals, what you're trying to achieve. Like even if you're trying to have a relationship, you're not. Oh, what are these? These are 2 birds. What are they doing? They look like they were joining, right? Or one is trying. Maybe they're trying to move or something. But the one is running away. Yeah. So that can also be a distraction, especially if they drink, if they smoke a reefer. That's what we used to call it back in the day. We didn't call it. We called it reefer. So that'll be a distraction on money and a distraction on health. You're trying to get more healthy and somebody's drinking. But she likes to drink and you want to entertain her. You know, stuff in moderation. I'm not saying don't ever drink. But moderation. Moderation is the key. For me anyway. Some people, they can say they're gonna do stuff and they can just go all out. And they say, whatever you try to do, give it 100% or it's not worth doing. You just gotta go all out. That don't work for me. Now, if you're like me, you only got so much energy and so much focus. So what I do is, in life, I'll pick the most important thing I do. I want to pick the most important thing I want to accomplish and make sure I work toward that. And I have other goals. I will just do it in moderation. I won't go 100%. Like I don't go to the rec center and go 100% out like when I used to do as a teenager, early 20s. I don't do that because I'm just doing it for fitness. But it is a goal, but it's not like something I need to go rah, because if I exhaust myself in there, I may take energy away from other stuff. So I don't have that philosophy where if you're gonna do something, you just gotta go all out, you gotta do this 110%. Nah, you gotta pick the main thing you wanna do that 110%, then you have other goals. You work toward it, but you don't kill yourself. I mean, that's just me. Oh, okay. I'm in 87. Where did I start? I think I started at 81st Street, right? I started 81st in Columbus, and I'm 87th in Amsterdam. So anyway, I told the physician, I hope this camera is not jumping too much, hopefully. Maybe I need a stick or something, because I'm just holding this up with my hand. I told the physician, the sleep doctor, that I said, listen, all right, so next time I come back in here, that's 6 months from now, I'll be between 235 and 240. And that's a realistic goal. That's not something too crazy. Even if I'm something like 242 or something like that, it's not, that's not the end of the world. But it's better than what I am right now. North of 255. And I could do it gradually. I don't have to go crazy. And as far as the meals, I guess what I'll do is I won't eliminate beef. I'll just reduce it to like no more than twice a week. Really, once a week. But usually what happens is I'll have leftovers. So it really comes out to twice a week. I may only buy once, but I don't eat the whole thing at one time, one dinner. It'll be leftovers. But some weeks I'll just do without even any beef. I could substitute that with chicken, turkey, and especially fish. But one good thing is lately I've been baking my chicken instead of frying it. Even baking the fish instead of frying it. That has helped. I mean, every little bit counts. Okay. So anyway, another one of my goals I started doing besides health, just seeing stuff around the city. Reason why I was down there, the area I was in, because in that area they have the American Museum of Natural History. And I said, you know what, I want to check out the planetarium and some other stuff. So I got a ticket for next week, to do that next week. So maybe I'll make a video about that. Yeah, I'm gonna come back next week. And that's something, I've been living in this city all this time. I never did that. I went to the New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx. I haven't even been to the Bronx Zoo. I got to do that. Just if I don't travel outside of the city too much, this spring and summer, at least do some things that I normally wouldn't do inside of the city. So now, see, that was a goal. I was supposed to have started it last month, but I didn't need to go crazy. Okay, I started now because I had some other stuff that was more important. So I'll put that first, but I got around to it. What's interesting is that the membership to that museum is like $100 and something a year, something to that, 130 something to that effect. But if you have the NYC ID, the New York City ID, it's free for 1 year. The first year is free, but they have some of these restrictions. So, if you have the free membership, you can't book your tickets online like that. You know what I mean? I guess try to make it so some kind of inconvenience for you. So I wonder next year there's a lot of stuff in that museum. I'm going to the planetarium next week, but it's a lot of other stuff too. But I wonder, all right, when I renew it and I'm a paid person, now I can book my tickets online. I mean, you think about it, that's just kind of petty. Also, too, the government on the same line has been kind of, it started under de Blasio, really, leaning on these developers that, build buildings here. They say you have to have 20% affordable housing, right? So they would do it, but they would have things like, oh, if you're in the low income, if you have the low income apartment, you can't do this. You got to go through the poor door, stuff like that, So that's kind of interesting. And I see the similar thing with the museum. Why would it hurt them to allow the city residents with the NYC ID to book tickets online? Like, how is it just doing purpose just to inconvenience? Especially because it's only for a year. It's not like it's free for life for getting that ID, because they will encourage people to get that ID. It's free for a year, so there'll be no reason to do that. Now, the buildings, I had to turn around and look at another girl. The buildings, now I can see that because that's an ongoing thing for years and years. But I guess, they want to make it so you're not getting the full benefits unless you're like a paid member. I don't know. Okay. 93rd in Amsterdam, I'm coming up on, and I've been talking for like 16 minutes. So, what is this? I never heard of this before. This is something new. So, let me see when I go down to Broadway, because usually that's where I would see some of the people that I know. Since I was in the area, I figured I'd stop by there. Okay, even this building here, this NYCHA building, New York Housing Authority, whatever NYCHA means, we used to call it the projects. I know some people in there. I text a woman that I know, and I asked her if she's gonna be out. She didn't answer, so maybe she's not even around there. But let me head on down to, let's see, I'm at 17 minutes. I wonder, do they even let you, how long could this video be on this phone? Okay, I'm looking across the street. See, nobody's hardly out. I'm surprised, because it's like a day in the 70s. But since I did since I took a little hike up here, I'll sit down for a while. And it's funny. Yeah, even if it's nobody here, I'll just sit down for a while and chill out. On the bench, I think I see a free seat. When I say free, meaning available. Yeah, so this is 93rd and Broadway. I know some people that be around here, and I don't see any of them. It's kind of strange, but that's cool though, because people don't always hang around the hood. Here's the benches. I'll chill out here for a little while. Okay. Excuse me, I had to take the thing off my shoulder so the camera went awry. Yeah, I'll chill out here for a little while. And this is a comfortable spot. We see the other benches over there. No, I don't know any of them. Oh, that's interesting. I thought like there would be more people out here. But anyway, it's good though. Instead of hopping on the public transport, I took a walk. Got a little exercise in. got my tickets for next week for the planetarium, for the American Museum of Natural History. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna learn a little bit. Oh, another thing about that before I close this video. You usually can bring like guests, right? But since I got the free membership, they said I can't bring any guests unless they're like minors. So if I bring somebody, they have to get their own NYC ID unless they're already a member. But anyway, that's about it. Hopefully this video wasn't too bad. Just chill out here and stay tuned for the next video.